like home building is down, but commercial inventory is up because of the pandemic and people losing their offices. So it seems like a weird mix of a lot of extremes here. Tell us about a little bit more about what's going on.
Well, construction is one of the largest industries in the country, right? I mean, if you think about it, anything where you're sitting right now, where you're going, everything is based on the built environment. Without the built environment, we'd all be living outside. No one would be driving cars. We'd be in a very, very different world. But it has been a very interesting time for construction. It probably always has. So I would say right now, some of the things that we see is with obviously COVID, a lot of people decided that they didn't want to go back to the office. So if we could just take people that need houses and move them into the empty office buildings, that'd be great. I think the challenge we're seeing is that some people now are moving back to the office, right? So if you've been working out of your home and the dog's barking and the mailman's knocking on your door, and you have other people living in your home that really don't want to have to be quiet all the time, an office might be a great idea. So we're going to see that pendulum swing a little bit, but the challenges that the construction industry faces, just in terms of demand and where that demand is coming from, even how rotation in things like retail are being affected. What we're seeing are some macro conditions. We're seeing interest rates rising, which is going to have some implications that haven't hit yet, meaning folks that have financed buildings or building a building, you may have used a short-term note, which they expected to stay at a certain interest rate, which may have been 3%, which is now 8%. So we're going to see some challenges in both residential, what I'll call multifamily apartment building residential. We'll see some impact on commercial office space and in commercial buildings. Warehousing right now is one of the hottest spaces, whether it's data or whether it's just moving things around the country. But interest rates are going to affect those and the ability to invest. In addition to that, COVID brought on supply chain issues. So procuring what you need when you need it has gotten harder than ever. Buyers have had a hard time understanding that. If you're an owner and you want to build a building and you're hoping to build that building in a tight time frame so that you can secure the lending that you need and the investors that you need, you may have to tell them it's going to take longer than your pro forma suggested.